Hey Sombra Scholars, it's Fitzy here, bringing you a guide to the advanced mechanics of Sombra. The first technique is throwing your translocator, using stealth, and then translocating. By doing this combination, you can be invisible by the time you finish translocating.
I might need this later. I'm out of here. Looking for me? Ahorita regreso.
Visually, Sombra does not end up where the translocator disappears.
Translocating. Always leave yourself a backup.
Being invisible before you teleport can confuse your opponents on your location. You can use this as an advantage to escape from a losing fight. You can also use this to get through enemy lines right under their noses.
Been here all along.
The next technique is falling off a ledge and using your translocator to return to safety.
I'm out of here. Ahorita regreso.
With enemies such as
Later.
Farah, Lucio, Winston, or Roadhog, you can be pushed off of the map very easily. By using this technique, you can return safely as well as undetected.
¿Extrañaste?
Here we're fighting a Roadhog, and he decides to use his ultimate, which pushes us off the ledge. One thing to keep in mind is when you throw your translocator to wait long enough to get high enough to return safely back to the high ground. This is an example of a classic Lucio boop that I can return safely to the high ground.
I'm out of here. Looking for me?
By using the combination we learned earlier, you can return to the high ground undetected.
Much better.
The next technique is using your stealth, throwing your translocator, coming out of stealth, translocating, and then using EMP. By using this technique, you can use your stealth to get close to your opponents, throw your translocator to get a better angle, come out of stealth before you use your translocation so you can use your EMP right after you finish translocating. This is what it looks like without decloaking before using your translocator. As you can see, there is a delay before you can use your EMP. Here's an example where we're invisible behind enemy lines, but we want to use our EMP. The next technique is preemptively looking at where your opponent's going to be after your translocator. By using this technique, you won't waste time searching for your opponent while you're in the air. Here's an example where I know my target's Reinhardt. By looking at the ground, I can already look down when I translocate. During a team fight, these fights can get chaotic. By using this technique repeatedly, you can have the advantage. Here I know my target's Zenyatta, so I look at the ground after I throw my translocator. This way, right after I EMP, I can start to focus him down. Again, I throw my translocator, look towards the ground, so when I translocate, I can be facing my opponents. Unfortunately, with the bugs with Sombra, you may throw this at the ground. The next technique is throwing your translocator while reloading while invisible. As you can see, if you try to throw your translocator when reloading and not invisible, it will cancel the animation and you'll have to reload again. If you try this while invisible, you'll successfully be able to reload and throw your translocator at the same time.
Be right back. See you later. I might need this later. Taking the objective. A little help would be appreciated.
Although staying alive is very important, you will eventually die. In order to return back to the fight as quickly as possible, Using the combination of throwing your translocator and invisibility will get you back faster. The cooldown's very short, so whenever they're off cooldown, use them. Although throwing the translocator a short distance is not very useful, the cooldown will be off before your next fight.
Translocating.
You can also use this technique at the start of a King of the Hill map to reach the health back as fast as possible. This will make sure that your hack cooldown is off cooldown when you need to use it. Stalling the objective undetected is another technique Sombra players can use. By throwing your translocator in and using invisibility, you can become undetected on the point and use your translocator to escape.
I'm out of here.
Using this technique, you can not only stall the cart for up to 5 seconds at a time, but will also distract the opposing team.
Translocating.
Here you can see both the soldier and the Lucio are focusing their attention on me.
Gotcha.
Overtime is where Sombra can really shine with the stall. You can buy your team a crucial amount of time that they need to respawn and rejoin the fight.
I get this mercy.
May, you gotta get out now.
Nice May.
May, you're we won.
Sombra's ultimate is one of the fastest charging ults in the game, so using both the health packs and by dealing damage, you can charge your ult very quickly.
Holy shit. I headshot a Torbjorn, but he lit.
If you take damage and the health pack's available, wait for your hack to come off cooldown before taking it.
Much
This will charge your ult faster.
looking for me.
What the fuck?
Be right back. Miss me?
By using this technique repeatedly, you can build your ultimate within 30 seconds.
I'm out of here. EMP charge.
That's pretty.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more advanced mechanics of Sombra, and follow me on Twitch for Sombra gameplay daily.